Minasan konnichiwa. Konnichiwa no Dvar Torah desu. Can a perfect constitution create a just society? Parashat Shoftim gives a surprisingly modern answer. Good institutions are indispensable, but they're not enough. Shoftim means judges. The Torah commands every community to appoint judges and officers, courts to interpret the law, and officials to enforce their decisions. Jewish tradition counts the establishment of justice among the 7 Noahide laws, the basic obligations of all humanity. The parasha then divides and limits political power. The king is not above the law. He may not accumulate excessive wealth, horses, or wives. He must study the Torah throughout his life so that his heart may not be lifted above his brothers. The priests and Levites receive no landed inheritance, in contrast to the landholding priests of Egypt described earlier in the Torah. And the prophets constitute an independent moral voice, able to challenge rulers, somewhat like the role of a free media today. Here are the foundations of what we now call the rule of law, the separation of powers, and checks and balances. But the Torah adds a second constitution, the constitution of human character, tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice shall you pursue. Justice must not merely be respected, it must be actively pursued. Judges are warned that bribery blinds even the wise. And every person is told, Tamim tiyeh im Hashem Elokecha. Live wholeheartedly and with integrity before God. The parasha ends with an unsolved murder. The elders of the nearest city wash their hands and declare, our hands did not shed this blood. Yet this is the opposite of washing the hands of responsibility. The sages explain that the elders must affirm that they did not abandon the victim without food or protection. Even when no culprit is known, leaders must ask, did our society fail this person? Centuries later, John Locke described promises, covenants, and oath as the bonds of human society. Shoftim makes a similar point. Law can restrain power, but only conscience can direct it toward justice. A free society needs both strong institutions around us and moral responsibility within us. Minasan ioi shu matsuo Shabbato Shalom.